In this episode of Marina Queen, we depart Half Moon Bay and set sail for Santa Cruz for some fun in the sun. Then, we head south to Monterey. I discuss how I use the hand-bearing compass for collision avoidance, and our neighbor welcomes us to Monterey. My name is Rick. Join me as I refit sailing vessel Frog's Leap with an eye towards taking her to warmer places. I get to spend only a few days each month on the boat. That's why I call the channel Marina Queen. So we're in Half Moon Bay. It's 5:15, 5:20 in the morning, so we're gonna try to get an early start. It was really eye-opening coming into Half Moon Bay during daylight, just how dangerous it would have been at night with the crab pots and stuff. Santa Cruz, here we come.
Coffee and pastrami sandwiches.
What? Well, we just got underway from Half Moon Bay, and looks like we're pretty much on schedule for getting to Santa Cruz on time. We've got no wind really to speak of. You can see just really flat with some big long rollers, pretty tall. They can get us rolling pretty good. Well, we're motoring today. There's a lot of motoring. It's pretty rolly. But I'll tell you, it's really been enjoyable. Oh yeah, we made it to Santa Cruz. Now we're heading back to Frog's Leap here in Santa Cruz, the end of O-Dock. There she is. Oh yeah, all lit up. Patrick's in there doing a business meeting. Look at that. It's looking good. There's Patrick. Oh, and there's Frog's Leap in all her glory. Yes, sir. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, the sail today is to Monterey, and that's a pretty short sail, so we have a little time this morning to just walk these docks and get a breakfast sandwich and a coffee and just kind of check it out. To the right of this seating area, there's a really nice deli and gift store. And that pier at water level wraps around to the left and is the fuel pier. Who doesn't love the beach? So this is probably maybe after 10 hours, but it's a new belt. Put it on after we got the new water pump. So I just tightened the water pump belt. Because these things have a tendency to stretch, especially right after you put them on, gonna go ahead and tighten this up right here. Well, we just left Santa Cruz. We've got a full main, full Genoa out, making just about 4 knots, maybe 4.5 knots. You know, we got to sleep in this morning, so I just feel refreshed and I feel great to be out here sailing. Wow, just having such a great trip. This is how I helm the boat when I have autopilot running. Now I can't always do it, like in following seas, just not powerful enough to move the rudder fast enough. But right now we're taking the wind off the starboard bow, and yeah, I've got the autopilot on and she's holding her heading really well.
How much battery do you think you're going to consume with your solar kicking and the autopilot running?
Given that we have the radio playing, we have the plotter going, we have the autopilot going, the reefer is going. On a sunny day like this, you've got the solar panel, which I just put in the Victron MPPT charge controller, and it's kicking. I mean, I don't know that the battery's being run down at all really right now. When the ammeter shows positive current, it shows a lot of positive current. And when it shows negative current, it's not that much. Like we'll see negative 1 or 2/10 of an amp, and then we're seeing 6 or 7 positive when this motor's not running. So I think we're looking pretty good. So this thing is called a hand-bearing compass, and it's made by a company called Plastimo. It's the Iris 50. You can do collision avoidance just by getting a bearing on your contacts, waiting a little while, and then shooting another bearing. If you get a lot of bearing drift, left or right, you're not going to collide. In fact, Coast Guard navigation rules define risk of collision as a constant bearing. If you know it's constant bearing, you got to keep an eye on it because risk of collision exists.
So that device works at night?
It does. It has a glow-in-the-dark panel here, and then at night you have this thing around your neck, and you're shooting the bearings of the contacts, making sure you're getting good bearing drift on all your contacts. You're not going to hit anything.
So what is that brand again?
This is the Plastimo Iris 50. You line up your contact like this. Like the first time I shot that sailboat over there, it had a bearing of 202. Now I'm going to shoot it again. So it's got a bearing of 190. What that means is it has left bearing drift. We're not going to collide, right? I just want to keep an eye on it, keep making sure that it maintains that left bearing drift. As long as I'm getting some bearing drift on every contact, it's impossible for me to hit them. Well, we made it to Monterey, but check out our neighbor.
Oh, you have a nice voice. You're not afraid of me, are you? No. Can you sing some more? He's like, why are you interfering with my nap?
It's time for dinner at the Dust Bowl Brewing Company. Oh yeah.
gonna head off. He's the male. You can see he's like bigger and taller. Look at him. He's like doing his tough guy look with the neck up. And the queen's right next to him. She's like, I'll support you. She's like, I got your back. And these are the younger, like teenagers or whatever. They're as scared of him as they are of us.
He's still got his chest out.
Yeah, no, he's gonna hold that.
Well, here we are in Monterey. It is Sunday morning, which means you all are enjoying another 0800 Pacific time release of Marina Queen. And, well, I love that. Right now, Patrick and I are getting ready to walk down this main street in Monterey. We're gonna go to a Starbucks, have a coffee, and then we're gonna hit West Marine. Later today, right around noon, we're getting underway. We're gonna make our run down to San Simeon. Well, you definitely want to stick around for next week's episode where we make an overnight run to the San Simeon anchorage. Oh, it's gonna be good. If you like this episode of Marina Queen, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, come on now, hit that subscribe button. Oh yeah. I'll see you next week on the boat. New episode every Sunday. I'm not as pink as you confused I am.